Welcome to Solaris Nights, episode 94, Hillbilly versus Seabill. You've waited almost a full calendar week for an episode, so congratulations if you're still alive. You may notice that I've moved my camera down. I'm going to have to do that for all of my episodes. You see, I had this slight problem where not only am I not sitting straight up anymore, but I lost some weight off of my butt. I lost the butt weight, so it kind of brought me down a little bit. I had to adjust all my mirrors. Before you congratulate and say it's a good thing, audience at home, it's only because I'm slowly dying from my heart condition. So calm down. It's not really a good sign. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. Just keep chill. I don't want to see anything in the comments section. You can save that for the next thing that I'm about to do. We start with a totally black screen, and then we get two guys who look like they're accountants. They've got those glasses that have the, like the tie-arounds around the back. Like one of them's holding a calculator and the other one's got like a pocket pen. The first one turns to the second one while dramatic music plays, and he says, "That's it. We haven't had a problem this bad in almost 100 years. It's time to wake her up." The second guy goes, "Impossible. I don't even think she's real." "Oh, she's real, all right. Realer than anything else." So then it's the two of them walking down a long hallway, but we hear like mech bay noises all around them. And as they walk in, we can see that a Star League Defense Force painted Atlas II is being armed with ammunition and prepared. And look, here's what you need to know. Everything on Solaris revolves around legality. The Solaris Gaming Commission, the Solaris Civic Council, they tend to not get involved in anything that couldn't be resolved by local laws. We've got this problem, right? And the second guy goes, "Yeah, of course. Star Commander Alpha Tango of the Ice Hellion clan." "Yeah, that's right. So look, we can't touch him, but she can." And they both turn to look at a cryogenic pod that's frosted over so we can't see inside of it. And the first guy goes, "She's Star League Defense Force. Under Solaris laws, she can deal with him however she wants. It's time to wake up. The Solaris Night." And then he beep boop 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 boop. Person like comes out. They like barf up a bunch of stuff, and then they toss their hair back and go, "Anyone got any pizza?" And it quickly turns into like a comedy cop drama of a Puerto Rican woman in a Star League Defense Forces outfit, like going around like, "Wow, you guys finally managed to turn it around. You stopped losing technology. You're almost back at where we were 250 years ago. Wow, nice work, guys." Then it's like her on a roller coaster date with Star Commander Alpha Tango. And they're having like a love-hate relationship. They're trying to stab each other while they're sitting next to each other on the roller coaster, but they're being tossed around and they're locked in place. It ends with the two of them eating pasta together while pointing guns underneath the table. "This summer, they'll awaken one night. But is her mission war or love? The Solarian Night, coming soon."
Amazing.
Immediately following that, the projector screen comes down in the theater, and we get the performance of A Knight's Tale. Now, I want to tell
Glorious.
you, director / primary actor Percival is taking it from a new direction. I want you to imagine A Knight's Tale from the perspective of a random peasant, right? What you get is this guy who very clearly isn't a knight. Like, it's super obvious to everybody he isn't a knight, and he lies about it, but everybody loves him anyway. But then the prince starts lying about it too. Like, with this really, he's like, "Oh yeah, I had my historian go back 4 generations, and no one can question me." So it's like A Knight's Tale from the point of view of like noble corruption. And it's meant to like tie it all in. It's a political statement about what's happening in the Lyran Alliance right now. So what Percival's doing is kind of dangerous. But like this indie theater production he's put on is about to light the Solarian nightlife on fire, right? Like when we turn to look at the audience, it's night 2. It's not opening night. It's night 2. And it's like 15 people from the Unlimited class are here with their girlfriends, their wives, their husbands, their boyfriends. we've got like someone who almost certainly is like a baronial level character. We've got what is almost probably like a Canopian cat girl with her entourage around her. Like there's the money in this room. Just like casual pocket change could buy the theater that this is being produced in. All right. So you rolled a 7 and 9, which is what we were keeping from the audience last time.
Mm-hmm.
It goes pretty well, but there is Percival has made some questionable political decisions based on, he's federated
his politics.
Federated Commonwealth.
Yeah.
The idea that the Lyran Alliance could just break away from. They've been together for his entire life. It's literally like the South seceding, and he's like, "Ooh, that's no, come back, come back. We don't want to hurt you. Come back. Mind your Uncle Sam.
Don't do this.
Don't do it. don't make me bring you back. All right." So yeah, like the play is, I wouldn't call it a masterpiece of artwork, but it's definitely
It is art.
A new perspective on A Knight's Tale. I feel like all of the bad guys are less French and they're more Lyran, right? There's a lot of mailed fists like the Lyran Alliance. A lot of people wearing blue coloration to indicate that they're Lyran-y. Not subtle.
That feels true to me.
All right. Look, this is clearly going to make the company millions of C-bills.
Perfect.
Like, even for a theater thing, it's not Hamilton level, right? But it's definitely better than Cats.
Yeah, it gets picked up.
Yeah, for sure.
We're gonna be able to license this.
This is gonna go to other worlds. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I mean, that's really what it's all about.
Yeah. All right. What else you got?
All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna, over the last couple of weeks, obviously we're training with Percival, but in this case, the training is also including a large amount of preparation for this play and working through some of those things. So, but after that premiere and the success here, Hillbilly, we'll just go seek Percival out and congratulate him. And we'll, yeah.
Percival is seating privately in like his intern cubicle with massive earphones on, listening to this new form of music. It's been poking around for a little while on Solaris. It's starting to get pretty big in like the subculture, like club culture. It's called Salimao. All right. It's the sound, the industrial sounds of the Mech bass. So it's like a jazz rap industrial metal fusion. So when you're approaching, you definitely hear him long before you see him. The earphones aren't even that loud. It's just that Salimao definitely sounds like someone is performing like mech surgery while a cat is screaming.
Glorious. Well, yeah, Hillbilly will kind of walk up and tap him on the shoulder.
All right, he takes the headphones off, and he says, "Oh, hello."
And he holds up like the latest reviews or whatever, his WhisperNet tablet. And did you see the reviews?
I did. I'm more concerned about this. And he holds up his WhisperNet tablet. The camera zooms in on the brand name really quick. It's centered in the screen just so that we have that fake branding. When someone's like, "All right, we're NCIS. Let's jump in our Hyundai, whatever Hyundai is, and GPS in the center screen real quick. Punch in the numbers. Doot. You've seen it before.
Of course.
All right. He hands you a tablet while picking up a nice, refreshing Coca-Cola Zero Super Classic Ultra Fusion. That's the 3058 version of it.
Crystal.
I heard that Crystal might be making a comeback.
It might be. Who knows?
I don't know. New Coke apparently was so good that people lost their minds over it. All right, so the tablet he hands you, like he's reading the reviews while you read what he has. It is a report about Jay, the mech tech. Jay is apparently becoming... So what you need to know about Word of Blake is that it's factionalized. Word of Blake
Yeah.
is like saying Christianity, right? You know, you got your Baptists, you got your Mormons, et cetera, but with Word of Blake, they're all violent terrorist groups essentially. Their main faction is called 6th of June, and they believe that several top-level Comstar employees killed the original Primus and are trying to lead them away from religion, which is actually true. They don't know that in world yet, but that actually is true. It's exactly what happened.
Okay.
So they have a legitimate grievance. They don't know it, right? They don't have evidence. They just believe that that's what happened. It doesn't matter.
It feels
that it's
right to
actually
them.
true. Yes, it
Turns
feels
out
right
that
to
it
them.
is, but it feels
Yes.
right.
There are other factions that believe in other things. Jay apparently is picking up popularity on Solaris with their new, like, Blake has already come. We've been saved by technology. The great threat Blake spoke of was the clans. The clans were defeated at Tukiid. Like, we live in a post-rapture society. Let's end the violence. It's like some hipster Jesus shit, all right? And some people are buying into it, and they're like, I'm going to give up all of my worldly possessions and intern at Apex Dragons now.
Okay.
And follow Jay around.
He is influential. He's having his sort of minor Martin Luther
First off,
moment.
Jay doesn't really attach themselves to gender anymore.
Or Jay, that's right. I'm sorry.
Jay,
Yes,
so Jay
they.
believes in a post-everything society, like race, gender, social class. None of it matters now that our souls have been saved and the great paradise awaits us, right? That's what Blake talked about. All of the preconditions have been met. When you die, you're going to the good place. No questions asked. We are saved.
Yeah.
There's no need for us to fight anymore.
They're just spreading the word.
Exactly. So yeah, basically the people that are signing up for this, you know, it's like the people that join cults normally, right? It's a very specific group of people who give up all of their possessions and ready to join a cult. But if you're gonna join a cult of pure non-violence and working on mechs,
It could be much worse.
It could definitely be much worse.
And it is at least slightly to Apex Dragons' benefit.
That's the thing, though, is that the company is issuing this notice, right? Like, you know, like, we need to keep a close eye on these people, right? Like, it's a security notice. It's not like we have to target them because they're cultists, but it is like there's a lot of new employees around here who don't know how things work, and the mech bay might not be safe, so keep a close eye on them and make sure nothing happens to them or anything around them.
Okay. Well, Hillbilly will read through that real quick and see. Hey, Pod, what do you think about this? You got any opinions on Jay and the Word of Blake in general?
Well, Jay is certainly a
You got more opinions than most, you know?
The Word of Blake, well, I would hardly think that I am in a position to commentate on the Word of Blake. I'm a New Avalon Catholic, after all, and there are many who would speak ill of my religion, so I would not speak ill of Word of Blake. That said,
it's a good policy.
there's something of violence inherent in their system that is disgusting to me.
Well, I like the moderate approach, that's for sure.
Not sure I would call it moderate. It's just, you know, I believe that God works in mysterious ways in the Trinity, and I believe that God works through the Pope of New Avalon, not the other one.
Oh, right. You know, I get all that stuff confused. I try not to think too hard about it.
So this is some backstory, right? During Kerensky's leaving Terra, there's an issue. So we're talking like old school, pre the clans leave the inner sphere. The Pope of Rome is like, all right, guys, we got some problems. Obviously, Rome is on fire right now. The Vatican is about to be sacked. I am transferring my power temporarily to all of you. So like the Bishop of New Avalon, the Bishop of Atreus, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The thing is, the transmission gets garbled when it gets sent to New Avalon, and the word everyone is left out. And so they believe that they have been transformed. They believe that they are now the actual Pope, that they have inherited the power of the Holy Father, essentially.
Okay.
So when the communication network goes back up, the guy in New Avalon is like, okay, come on, guys, kiss the ring. And everybody else is going, but the other guy's still alive. The Pope of Rome is still alive. And the guy in New Avalon is like, nah, no. Even if he's still alive, he gave me the power.
Here's
I'm the Pope
paper.
now. And this is how we do it on New Avalon now. So he never gives the power back. And in the Federated Sons, he's the Pope. And everywhere else, he's a filthy heretic.
This is true to history. These things happen, right? Like,
so that lasts until 3025, when the two religions get back together, and both popes hold a religious ceremony to marry Hans Davian and Melissa Steiner to form the Federated Commonwealth.
Gotcha.
And at that point, Battletech just forgets about the whole storyline. So there's still two popes, but no one ever mentions it again.
All right, I like that. They are not. They're co-popes. Oh, that's funny. Well, that's more interesting backgrounds for Percy. He's a complicated man.
But he's a New Avalon Catholic, just to be clear.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, by way of basalt, obviously. Well, Percy, man, we'll keep an eye on what's going on with Jay and their followers there. I mean, maybe I'll go have a conversation, see how intense they themselves feel about this situation. I get the feeling Jay's not really seeking this out, but we shall see, I guess. But hey, man, congratulations on the reviews here.
I couldn't have done it without your producership. Yes, of course. I intend to use this as a stepping stone into the arena.
Perfect. Have you, are you thinking about your persona? Are you going to go with this sort of maybe medieval, all right, knight type thing?
No, I want to be clear with you. All right. This man is a shrimp. His mind is filled with only one thing, and that's Lynn Hilder right now.
Here we go.
So when he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, boss. You're like, what are you thinking about? Is there like, he's just
on
like
on his tablet that he handed me, there's like maybe like a fan page for Lynn Hilder tucked in a tab that I happen to see.
It's the homepage favorite. It's got a star on the upper right hand corner.
Be like, Well, if Hillbilly does catch wind of that, he will subtly direct Percy to keep up his training with her and maintain that side of things. She's a solid pilot. You got a lot to learn.
You did pretty good for her part in the performance.
Yeah. Perfect. We like that. Everybody had a good time, it seems like, and it seems like everybody got a little bit of notoriety, a little bit of success out of this. We keep everybody's stars rising, the stable gets up there, and that's a good thing. And then I guess Hillbilly will pat him on the shoulder and say, "Yeah, I'm gonna go chat with Jay, see how Jay's doing with this whole thing. This is news."
Hi.
And head over and
you head over to Jay.
Catch them.
Jay is getting done discussing some sort of deep theological meaning with their cult followers, and then as you're coming over, they have a guitar. Right, they're one knee up, hanging over the edge of like a mech, and then as you're coming over, Jay says, "Anyway, here's Wonderwall." It starts playing while you approach, while you're walking down the mech arm, and the followers are all just like together, moving back and forth with their mech torches out on lowest setting.
Well, shoot, Jay, when you gonna release the album?
I don't really believe in the ownership of music.
No?
I mean, music really is the expression of emotions. We're one of the few creatures under Blake's protection that can make music.
Oh.
Why would we need labels, money? Shouldn't we all have access to singing together? Isn't that really the heart of the hymnals of Blake?
I gotta be honest. I don't know much about it. I'm not a particularly religious individual as far as that stuff is concerned.
Comstar charges for a lot of things, and there's a lot of technology involved in what they, but they've never charged anybody for the songs.
Okay. Fair enough. Hey, I had an art teacher once. We did this exercise where we just kind of painted what we felt when we listened to music. You ever done this?
I have. So while Jay's still playing and like the crowd of cultists is singing Wonderwall while the two of you talk.
Jay, this is one of the oddest experiences I think I've ever had. How you enjoying this process?
Hillbilly, I have to say, I don't really think that's true. I've seen what goes on around here on a regular basis.
All right. You know what? You might have me there.
I don't know if there have been people who have used fairly harsh words like cult in respect to what we're doing right now. But it's not like I consider myself a teacher. I'm just repeating what's in the book. There are people that are willing to listen to a positive, truthful message about who we are, where we're at in our lives, and what it all means.
I mean, those are all positive things from my perspective.
It's like the song says, so maybe you're going to be the one to save me.
Maybe we all will. That's pretty profound there, Jay. The only thing I'll say is you got to be cautious, right? Because the debates at this level, when they get down to this part, they can get a little acrimonious. I just want you to be careful. Don't
I'm not looking to debate anyone, but can we really debate the truth?
Oh, Jay, truth. That's the debate. I think you know that.
Nods toward their pocket carrier Word of Blake book, right? Truth is absolute. F equals MA, MC square.
Yeah.
Blake's love.
Love me some math. Well, all right. I mean, hey, you definitely got a lot of belief, I respect that. Just want to, hey, it doesn't seem like anybody's being too disruptive. I just a word to the wise. Management is a little concerned. Just as long as everybody does their job and everything stays smooth, I don't see any problems. But just like, I like you. Just wanted to make sure that things don't get too crazy.
Our break is over soon. I'm teaching them how to spot weld.
Oh, cool. That's an important skill.
When working on a mech, yes. Most of the job, actually.
It's armor. I mean, it's most of the tonnage half the time, right? All right. Well, hey, I just wanted to make sure that you were at least aware of some of the scuttlebutt around here as well. Somebody had at least chatted with you, bothered to check in. You seem like you're doing your thing, and hey, keep it up. Have fun.
As the song finishes, Jay stands up, and everybody else stands up too. And they turn towards you and put their hand on your shoulder. And everyone else turns to put their hand on somebody else's shoulder. So they're all pairing off. And Jay says, "You're my Wonderwall. You're here to help protect me." And everyone says that to each other. And then they all leave in a weird cult-like procession to go to the training room for, spot welding.
Am I a Wonderwall? What is a Wonderwall? Is what Hillbilly just kind of says to himself.
It's an invisible friend who shows up to help you more than your ex-wife ever will. If I've read the guy who wrote the song's understanding of what the song is.
Oh, is that real?
I'm pretty sure that. And listen, I once briefly perused the Wikipedia page, and the song's creator had some weird shit to say about it. Listen, this is my.
I love it though. I do love
1 a.m. Google search.
That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, cool. Well, let's see. I mean, after that, we gotta meet up with Seabell, prep for the actual movie release that we're going to be doing here soon.
Your buddy cop movie release.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got a match coming up, so
it's tough. You got to compete against Solarian Night, which is currently about to kill it in theaters. People are
It
expecting
does seem
blowout. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty sweet movie. Ours is more, that's got the comedy vibe too. So it's like Ridley's the action comedy. There's these two pillars.
But it's also, but their movie has a romance and a pizza tie-in.
That's true.
With Little Huttas.
Yeah, Little Huttas. Nice.
Listen, did you know the most popular pizza brand in the United States is Little Caesars by a huge amount? Crazy to me. Crazy.
Yeah. It is weird because it's like
and ready to go. You walk in, you walk out with a pizza in 2 minutes.
And you're done. Yeah.
They know what they're doing, man.
It's pretty solid. It's not bad pizza by any means. I've definitely eaten it a few times. Come on. It's not bad pizza.
All right. It's not great pizza, though.
Of course not.
It's still good. Don't get me wrong. And it tastes great. It's definitely mostly made of salt.
Yeah, which I'm not upset about. Later, I don't, feel as good, but that's fair. So, yeah, I mean, some kind of maybe let's see, what did Sibyl do her fashion announcement at? Basically, like it was like a press sort of presser for the movie. We got to figure out when the movie's actually going to be releasing. I mean, we could say it releases in the next week or so here.
Sure.
And maybe the premiere is meant to be the evening following our match here. We could sync it up for promotional purposes.
It's gonna be really bad if one of you dies, though, right?
Yeah, exactly. But that actually could drive sales. So I mean, it's a win-win, really.
Okay. Have you ever seen was it an SNL or a Mad TV skit for how to win an Oscar and Oscar-winning movie, right? It's like one of the categories was recently deceased actor who died before the movie came out.
Yeah, see? Perfect. That's how it works. No bad press and all that, right?
All right. I mean, if you're looking for bad press right now, people are sending death threats to Hunter McGregor.
What did he do?
He melted
Highlander
2C.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's literally like a 10 million C bill, state of the art, and he was just like, all right, I'm just gonna melt it down. Could you imagine if someone was like, all right, look, I just got this mega yacht, I decided to blow it up in the harbor. Wouldn't you just be like, that's a fucking massive waste of money. Why would you do that? You're not even making a statement. You're just you're just an asshole. Exactly. I know that Gleeman thought that this was going to be a galaxy brain plan to get people on his side, but as soon as he told it to me, I was like, man, if someone did that to me, could you imagine if a wrestler was like, here is the money in the briefcase. Here's $1 million in a briefcase. I'm going to take a lighter and drop it in the briefcase, then close the briefcase and throw it into the crowd. You can fight over the smoldering ashes, right? You feel like that guy's an asshole.
Who's happy?
No one's happy in that point.
Oh, poor Hunter. I feel like there's at least a solid 30% of the inner sphere steel folks who are super into it, right? The hard liners.
Listen, inner sphere steel loves this, but average, normal, casual people are just like, wow, what a massive asshole.
Bruh. I could have used that.
It's like when you hear someone that's like, yeah, I crashed my dad's Ferrari. I'm gonna have to drive his Rolls Royce this weekend, and you're just like,
you
really
suck. That's very fair. That's very fair. Well, Hillbilly's not going to be about trying to engage with that side of things unless he's forced to. I guess I'll have to avoid any class warfare statements. Oh shoot. But yeah, I don't have anything extra special planned from here. So I mean, essentially lead into the interview, have an event with Sibyl or something like that.
Sibyl will meet you for an event where she puts out a statement that's like, I've already beat him once, It's not going to be difficult to win again. If you're going to make bets, you should bet on a winner. But she also does a bit for her new sponsor, which is a tangerine kiwi electrolyte replacement powder meant to be mixed into an 8-ounce water bottle. It's painful to watch it. She's like, wow, the flavor is so good. I would never have imagined tangerine kiwi would taste just like this.
Oh man, Hillbilly will have a spot prepared that is certainly promoting the Billy Jim version for Mr. Del Villar there, the giant log version, and probably get Del Villar in the commercial as well, of course. But
all right, I want to see this roll.
Okay. This is corporate, right?
Yeah.
+1. So
look, it's like a Geico commercial, but like one from 10 years ago, where everyone's going to talk about it in the office for 3 weeks. Or like early Red Bull.
Oh wait, is this like the renegotiate role?
Yes.
Okay, I can. Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't need to do this. Never mind. I don't need to ignore a 6. I didn't.
No, you're
Go
good.
on.
You have an 8. You're good.
That's right.
It goes well. Like people store it up on the Whispernet under like fundamental Billy Jims or something, whatever the name of it is.
I feel like Hillbilly is bench pressing the meat stick, and Del Villar is just standing there like, eat bigger.
Perfect. Maybe there's a Seth cameo somewhere.
Sure.
He's walking in the background outside the gym.
Yep. Wearing one of his eat big, lift big shirts.
Yeah, he's eating the stick, right? Perfect. Yep. We were literally forming the new day in Solaris Nights right here, right now.
That's what it was always meant to be.
Could you imagine if we ever got around to doing mech tag team stuff?
Oh my God, I would love it.
All right. Anything you want to do before the match?
No, nothing that I can think of.
All right. William is there at the interview.
Okay.
He's wearing a pure white suit with a red rose in I'm gonna call it the corsage pocket. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the rose pocket, really.
Right.
He's got on a white bowler hat, which he takes off when you sit down respectfully, and he says, Hillbilly, thank you for joining me once again on this Solaris Nights.
William, always a pleasure.
Let's talk about your upcoming match.
I'm excited.
You've done well, but also lost to C-Bill in the past.
Yeah, no, absolutely. C-Bill has bested me a couple times, pretty recently in a duos match.
Well, I don't think that's fair to say. Neither you nor her engaged each other in that match, correct? You
That's
both
true.
chose different opponents to start with.
Very true.
So what would you say your odds are going into this match?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think our mechs match up pretty well against each other, but I got the mobility advantage this time around. The last time we went 1v1 against each other, I'd say she had that advantage against me, and this time it's leaning in my favor. So I'm hopeful that will be the edge that I need.
Previously, last night, Todd Richards, my colleague from Mech Talk, one of the most popular Lyran Alliance Holovid sports news shows, primarily dedicated to the Solaris games. We're in the same category. She had indicated that her ability to close range with you would be extremely dangerous, and that you exceeded her firepower ability by quite a bit. Her plan is to stay away from you. What is your plan to close the distance?
That is a great question. I mean, the battlefield that we are going to be, competing on definitely provide some angles that we can close down those firing lines at distance, forcing her to try to maneuver to get that shot. And I'm hoping that is enough to give me the line of sight that I need to get that dash forward and close.
Okay.
With any luck, it works out.
All right. Let's talk about what's going on with your stable right now.
There's always something. Keep it interesting.
What can you tell me about what's happening right now? Insider perspective.
Insider perspective. Well, things are shook up. We had the showdown with Saya.
And there was Hunter's recent loss, devastating loss in Class 6.
It was brutal. That's for sure. And Hunter's great at making headlines, and he's made more than a few.
It's a content making machine. Yeah.
That loss was brutal, but he bounces back. He always bounces back. So, keep looking his way. He's going to show you something. That's how I feel about it.
What about Hunter, Seth, Saya, and Chime in their upcoming death match? What some are calling
death match. Whew.
That they are using this as an excuse to air out their problems in a location where they would legally be allowed to kill each other.
Well, some would say that's happened before here on Solaris, so not new, but if I had to call it anything, it is most definitely a grudge match. And there is definitely some emotions walking into that arena on both sides. And I think that's going to inform how it goes. People are not going to be looking to cut anybody some slack. This is not going to be a match where you're seeing folks wait for somebody to get up off the ground. And whether that's good or bad, I suppose that depends on the viewer.
How do you feel about mech chivalry, since that's a topic that's been coming up a lot lately?
Well,
I understand you were recently involved in a production about chivalry.
Exactly that, yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you brought that up. A Knight's Tale, directed by our very own Percival. You should go check it out today. It's a great show.
Holographically appears between the two of you and then slowly rotates.
Perfect. And, it is something that matters to me personally, in that, I'm never walking out on that field looking to take somebody's life or, punish them at the end of the day. This is a game. This is about fun. And that is what I am here to do. Not everybody agrees with me. And hey, that's why you gotta know your opponent a little bit and know what you're in for when you're walking out there.
I want to tell you that if you kill Seabill in this match with repeated headshots, it's going to be amazing.
No, it won't.
For you to finally get that first blood, you know what I mean?
I've never killed anybody. I had an AC-20 pointed at people for an entire season. No deaths. So, yeah, Hillbilly's about trying to maintain that streak. It's not a murder machine. Or whatever people have called Hunter.
Psychopathic killer. Well, you got anything else you want to say? Any guaranteed victories?
I don't know if you noticed this jersey here for the Solaris Centurions. He turns around, points two thumbs at the name on the back. That's Darlin Matavis. He's the running back who's currently leading the SAFL in rushing yards. I mean, come on. So I'm going to go out there and Seabill, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm going to defeat you for the Solaris Centurions. And don't forget to check out In the Nick of Time, premiering tomorrow, featuring myself and Seabill.
Oh, there it is. We rolled a 7 for 9 for that one too, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't remember if we. Okay, yeah, I think we did.
All right. So it should be noted that C-Bill is, listen, it would be safe to call some of her heritage Marikian, but she's also sporting a lot of Lyran Alliance gear right now because that's popular on Solaris. And so
I still don't know what her organization that she really reps secretly is.
Perfect. The organization she reps is one that involves giving her lots of money. With her C3 computer, she's looking at 9.
Okay.
Welcome to the factory.
That's a 4.
I will come in from the south.
Okay. Well,
seen that Cowboy Bebop?
I have not watched an episode yet because my wife said that she was interested in watching it, and so we're going to be watching a couple episodes this week. I think I have watched the first few episodes of Wheel of Time, though.
How is that?
The first episode is tough because they condense a ton, and it makes sense. I mean, it's TV; they got to do a lot with a little, and they want to move you from that opener real quick to something interesting, But
welcome to the village.
The second and yeah,
go ahead.
And now we're out of the village. Oh, yeah. But the second and third episodes pick up quite a bit.
That takes like fucking 7 chapters in the book.
I know. Yeah, that's exactly it. So,
all right, there's some horse riding scenes. Let's do that.
Yep, they dive through it pretty quick. But I mean, yeah, like I said, the second and third episodes pick up pretty well. I think they're doing a decent job.
All right, let's roll these bones. 9.
Oh, where's my dice? There they are. 9. Oh man, 5. All right. Well, let's see. I am going to.
Locals gathered here, by the way, appear to be listening to a rendition of Wonderwall, given how they're all suddenly holding up their cell phones and slowly swaying back and forth.
Oh my gosh. I love it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will stop there.
No walls.
Did these walls here count line of sight, I think?
They count it for the hexes that pass through them, but not either way. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely put me in my. I will do that.
Okay.
Ahead. Buddy's day.
Okay. What's that? Put the hexes at? It's like just under.
I got to roll for Ghost Mech too. Should be like 18. Ghost Mech activates at a +2.
Okay. So I roll a piloting roll, and I just have to it's the margin of success, right?
Yeah. Your failures halved as the penalty.
Well, I will go ahead and use my first point of luck on this one. And that does it.
All right, so your computer starts there's 7 C-Bill mechs, and then you slam the console real quick.
Percussive maintenance, definitely.
Percussive maintenance only used to work in the past because it was knocking the crap off the copper and the wiring.
Right, yeah. Getting some dust out of the vacuum
nowadays,
too.
I'm like, it doesn't work like that, guy. That doesn't. I've been watching the Bruce Willis movie where they blow up the asteroid too many times.
Yeah. It ain't helping. That's for sure. So, all right. Well, okay. I can fire.
It can help with batteries. I'll give you that much.
Well, you might accidentally reseat something. Or,
yeah, exactly.
There's possibilities for sure.
For most people, though, I see them
right.
doing it to tablets, and I'm like, there's nothing in there to knock off, man. What are you doing?
2 plus 1 for my walk, plus 1 for
That was
your...
a walk for you?
Yeah.
I'm living my life the wrong way. Whoever designed this mech for me really should have accounted for the fact that she has Jump Jet Master.
Oh, that would make a big difference.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, so 2, 4, and then plus 2 for the range. So I hit on 6, AC 10 in ultra mode. And that is a hit. Not enough on the cluster. So first shot and only shot goes into the right arm for 10.
That misses. It's painful to look at it.
Amazing.
So good. All right, that hits. It's a double hit. First 5 is left torso.
Okay.
Second 5 is right leg.
Okay. And that gets absorbed by the ground, right? Or is this partial cover?
Right. Everybody would have got partial cover against each other, sure.
Yeah. Just remembered. Sweet. All right. Initiative.
Or Ghost Mech first.
Oh, yes, yes.
It activates at a plus 2.
Okay.
So I have an 8 plus 3.
Okay.
I did it wrong this time, but it didn't matter. You have to do your PSR plus 2, the person who's testing it first.
Okay, so plus 2 on mine.
11 initiative.
Oh, well, I will not beat that. 7, so here we go. Me first.
Here we go.
Let's see. Okay, well, I will go. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And stop there.
Oh boy. 7 hexes.
Right. 7 hexes. Cool. All right. Well, let's see if I can shoot you. So
Yeah,
I need to roll a 5.
You have a 2 piloting? Ridiculous.
Oh, no, 3. 3 piloting. Sorry. So it's a
That's
6,
fine.
but I have enough.
Yeah. Sorry. So I might have been confusing. When I roll Ghost Mech, I roll my PSR plus 2, and then however much above that I roll is the difference you need to roll.
Right.
And then that is divided in half, and that's the penalty you get to shooting. If that sounds like a lot of math, it is.
But we made it. We got here.
I wish I could say it was straightforward, but it's not. Go ahead.
All right. So let's see. I start at 2, plus 2 for my run, plus 2 for your run. So 6. And then the AC-10 firing in ultra mode is at medium range. So that's a 7 to hit. And then the medium lasers, all 5 of them, I'll fire those. And those are at long range. So those are hitting on 8s. So AC-10 first.
Wait, why is one a 7 and the other an 8? 9s?
The AC-10 hits on a 7 because it is at medium range.
Right. So the next range band up would be plus 2. Oh, do you have sniper?
Yes. Sorry.
All right.
So AC-10 hits with enough cluster for both shots. First shot is right leg for 10. And the second slug is right leg for another 10. No crit. All right, first medium laser hitting on 8s. That rollover is good. That is a hit. Location 8, left torso for 5. Second medium laser, also a hit. Center torso for 5. Third medium laser is a miss. And fourth medium laser is a hit. Location 6, right torso for 5. And the fifth medium laser also hits, also right torso for 5.
Okay. Well, I'm alpha striking. I like that though. Oh.
Uh-oh.
I will re-roll that. And if it's only one hit, and that is a hit,
Okay.
head hit.
Oh, ouch.
5.
I will go ahead and use my plot armor and ignore the head hit.
So that needs to be recharged now, right?
Correct.
And
So it's 5 damage to the armor either way, though.
that the head hit was what I wanted. That's also a hit. Center torso for 5.
Okay.
No way she's gonna win. Especially if you're ignoring hit hits. All right, she's gonna fall, so I guess she's just gonna spend the other point of edge, not fall. All right.
Oh man.
I'm palpatining right now. I am defenseless. Break me down.
This is terrifying.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, I roll for Ghost Mech. Activates at a 2, 3. So the difference is a 5. It's plus 6.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
Like a dozen Huron warriors out there on their sensor scopes.
This goddamn thing.
At an ECCM. All right, suck initiative.
That is a 7.
6.
All right. Where are you going?
She's just gonna not move.
Not gonna move, huh? All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and activate the supercharger.
As your anime protagonist theme song starts playing, as jets come out of the back of your mech.
Definitely get some speed metal. 6, so that's good. Here we go. And okay, so I am 1 point of movement slower due to heat at the moment. So supercharger, if I remember, just doubles the total. So I have 10 points of movement.
It doubles your walk, right?
Yeah, exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If I go here, I can then torso twist and punch, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Was that 11 though? Weren't you at 9 here? Crazy.
I thought it was at 10. I was here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What happened? 1, 2, 3, 4 to move to turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I just counted poorly. So I guess I can
counting.
Turn once more.
Well, turning one more time is 11, right? What's your?
No, that's 10 total because it was 9 to get here because I'm just bad at counting.
Are you? I don't think you were.
I was standing here, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is here.
Oh,
Did you forget the turning at this point?
oh, I did forget the turn.
what
That's
you're
exactly it. Gosh, I got it right the first time.
All right. This guy literally shows up and he's like, Mech Chivalry. And then he immediately dashes for his opponent's rear as soon as he can.
Isn't it normal to do this? Is this?
Yeah, of course. Not if you're a chivalrous person, but
See, no. I'm not trying to take advantage of anybody, but I will be trying to win.
This, I forget if I have to not have lower arm actuators to flip my arms over. This really specific rule. Don't worry, there's some guy in the comment section right now typing it up from memory. If this was 3 years ago, there'd be a different guy there typing it up, but he'd be wrong.
Oh,
it's been a while. I'm telling you, I went to look at the original Battletech videos. There were a lot more comments on it, but there were also a lot more wrong people. Without hands and
spread the
lower
word.
actuators. All right, I can't flip my arms. I can only torso twist and blast you with one arm.
Okay.
What I got to do.
That'll work for me. And I am inside your minimum range, which is good.
I know you're also behind me, which means I get another +1.
Perfect. And then Hillbilly will open comms and be like, hey, Steve Bill, you remember the last time we 1v1? This is exactly what you did to me.
What's your movement modifier?
Oh, shoot.
I'll tell you her answer after I see if I can shoot you in the head real quick. She misses. So
perfect.
She has no response. There are only weak cards in her grandfather's deck.
Okay, so I have the 3 piloting. I have to roll a 9+ now to be able to shoot her. Is that correct? That ain't gonna do it.
Right.
I will go ahead and use another point of lucky.
Sure.
See if I can. That will do it. Thank you. Okay, so
barely managed to.
Seriously, that was tight. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and Alpha Strike again. Well, not. Yeah, I guess it is an Alpha Strike because I can do the small laser as well. Oh, this is so exciting. I haven't gone to Alpha Strike with this machine like ever. And that will put me at, yeah, I can deal with that. So AC-10 first, 5 mediums, and the small. The AC-10 will hit on, what is your movement?
I didn't move.
Oh, that okay. That makes sense. Why there isn't one there. So 2 + 2 + 0 is going to be 4s to hit with everything. So AC-10 first is a hit. Ooh, just one hit. And it does go to the center torso, throw armor critical with 3 crits. Oh no, yeah, this is rear. Okay. So
yep, rear. Carnal points of damage.
all right. And first crit is a 3-2.
Engine.
Second hit. No, sorry, this is just 2 crits. I got that wrong. It's a 6-5.
10.
A 6-5. Nope. And
Awesome.
a 3-4.
Gyro. All right.
Okay, so first medium laser is a hit. Center torso for 5 with 2 crits.
Okay. Hold on.
And let me make sure I got that right because that's a 10
actually,
total in the crit.
I gotta tell you, there's actually no reason to roll them because any 2 crits will end the match.
Okay.
1 gyro or 2 fusion there's no way.
All right.
Statistically impossible.
1-4. That's a gyro.
That's it.
Or would have been.
It's done. It's dropped.
Boom, boom.
All right. So look, she starts the match off like, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't run up to me. You immediately run up to her and it's over. She exits her mech and like throws her neuro helmet and basically has like a fucking breakdown on the field that it doesn't happen often, but she's kind of famous for them.
Okay.
You know, like she's pulling parts out of her cockpit and just like smashing them, like stupid piece of shit.
There's like Hillbilly coming out of his mech with like a flower or something, right? Like, and he's like, maybe takes a step back.
She rips the flower out of her hands. She's like, thank you. And then she stomps on it. She's a stupid flower. Everything sucks. I can't believe this. Again?
Oh, come
I'll
on now.
see you after the interview. And then she stomps off.
Looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, you make it back to the interview safely, I guess. Even that hurt.
Scary. I don't know why I like it.
That's because all men are shrimps.
Yeah.
That's why. They're calling shrimping.
It is true.
All right.
Can't help ourselves.
What are you, like a one heel on a buttercup?
Yeah.
0?
It was so it just took armor damage, so that's a 1, so that's a free. I just
fix
go
it up
back
in
to
your
the stable
free time,
and
you son of a bitch. Just grab some parts out of the closet and just hot weld them on real quick. That's it, you're done. Oh, all right. So William at the interview is looking at you just like, what the fuck just happened? And there's like a replay loop of like her destroying valuable equipment out of her mech. There's no questions. So she's just waiting for an answer.
Hey, like we've all been there, right? Like sometimes things don't go your way and you just feel things about it.
All right, I'm going to tell you in character something that Lawson told me out of character. Did you know, Mr. Hillbilly, that out of all of the gladiators that have attempted to represent for the Solarian Centurions, you're the first that actually won the match?
Hey, well,
Bet
that feels
makers
good.
have considered it to be the kiss of death.
Well, just call me the champion.
I think I'll call Kai Allard Liao the champion because he is, but
well, give it time.
so
And the
you're
tournament
saying
arc.
you're aiming for the championship spot.
I mean, aren't we all? Like ultimately?
Not everyone is. No.
All right. Well,
You
you're
think
right.
you
know
have
what?
a solid shot at the next grand tournament?
I got my feet under me right now. I feel like I kind of understand the inner workings. Buttercup's in a configuration that just makes sense for me.
So your plan
things are
is-
going my way.
This winter and spring, you're going to make a dash for the top 20 in the medium
Hell
class.
yeah. It's
All right.
happening. I think I can get there.
The guy is currently ranked 45.
It's in sight. It's doable.
It's doable. You just have to win.
Well, that's the way it always is. There's no choices
appreciate
here.
your
You got to do
confidence.
it.
What about the rumors surrounding the next season of Who's the Con and whether it's going to happen or not?
Ooh, and so, yeah, I guess out of this, we can maybe flash back to Vimy and Hillbilly
Vimy is
having a
not
few business
officially allowed
lunches.
technically, Vimy is supposed to rip your heart out, beat you to death with it.
Okay, that's
and
right.
use it
because
on the
of
way to
that.
killing
Yeah,
Seth.
no,
Yeah.
you're right. So, I mean, I guess really that would mean like the official word ultimately is that right now the
It's
production
canceled,
is
and so are you.
on hold. Well, William, look, I'm excited as hell about the prospect of another season of Who's the Con. It's one of my favorite things out there. Season or movie, we've got a few different ways that we can spin this out. We got some fun stories to tell, but right now production is on hold. We're waiting for the right time.
The clans don't have anything like wanted posters. It's considered to be a clansman's duty to turn in a bandit class criminal, but how do you feel being named a bandit by the clans, given your positive interactions with Seth?
Look, I've
By
had
extension,
positive.
your whole stable, like he points to a hollow wall, and like everybody's pictures show up as like bandit cast, bandit cast, bandit cast, kill on sight.
Yeah. How do I put it, William? We are being branded this by them because we have friends, because we show loyalty to the people who are loyal to us. And just to be clear, I have friends who are clanners, who are part of the clans. Like this affects my relationships.
Listen, I have friends who are clan. Okay, I'm not racist.
That's not where he's going with it. But this is a situation where they have pointed the finger at us, and they're bringing the heat. And but this is the inner sphere. This is Solaris. We're not criminals in the eyes of the law. They just don't like us, and that's kind of the way of it right now. And these things change. I don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. Like we talked about before the match. We got this grudge match between Chime and Saya and Seth and Hunter. And I mean, look, that's not going to win us friends on their side, but who knows what the politics of tomorrow are going to bring. The way the clans have been making their decisions lately, it's been a little tough to follow, because it's been a whole lot of movement and change on their part. So shoot, I don't know what it's going to look like a month from now.
How do you think your upcoming movie is going to fare against Solarian Night?
Shoot. Solarian Night it looks wonderful. It's a great production, and a lot of props to them for putting it together. But In the Nick of Time is its own vehicle. You should check them both out. There's nothing stopping you. They're a great time.
Well, it was a brief match. I don't have any further questions.
It was quick. It was fun. And C-Bill's always entertaining. So don't forget to check us out in the Nick of Time tomorrow.
Okay. As you leave the studio and you're about to get into your car, someone approaches you out of the darkness. Mr. Pitt, right?
As the name, you might be.
I'd like to speak to you on behalf of my client.
Well, I got a few minutes. Who's the client?
Prefers to remain anonymous till he's determined not you offer. Come with me.
Well, I'll look around, and I assume that Bobby or Robbie is somewhere nearby, and I'll just...
They're both nearby on their hover skateboards.
Of course. Give one of them a nod to sort of keep an eye on things, and I'll follow.
As you get into another vehicle to take you to a third-party location.
I assume Bobby and or Robbie are tailing them if they can.
All right, so like the guy sees your security guards. He's like, "Can I come with us?" Turns to you to confirm. All right, you give him the nod.
Yeah, I'll nod,
right, look,
and they can do what they want to do.
You anyway, yeah,
yeah.
They're just gonna have to,
Whether they can or not, it's battle of wits and skill.
Yeah. So you are driven to the heart of Solaris filmmaking, the part that you haven't been to before. Now, look,
Okay.
you've put out some bangers, right? But just because you can produce, A Knight's Tale does not mean you're in the same category as someone like Michael Bay putting out the first Transformers movie and making $1 billion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're approaching the studio lot of a mysterious director who only goes by the name Kalani.
Kalani.
Kalani, that's it. And you know that this is the guy who's the brilliant mind behind the Immortal Warrior series.
Ooh.
And he is sitting alone in the middle of an empty studio with a single spotlight on his chair, one leg over the other, smoking a cigarette, wearing a black suit. And as you enter, he says, "Mr. Schmidt, it's good to meet with you. I am glad to be having this particular meeting."
And I know that this is Kalani.
Yes.
Oh, sir, it's a pleasure to meet you. What can I do for you?
We are here on a common purpose, friend. I know your face. My body is broken. Let this be the hour we draw pens together.
I like where this is going.
These evil days that we live through. Invasions, mechs. What can men do against such reckless hate? How did it come to this? So I make movies. I make movies that stir the soul. For over 30 years, I make movies about a warrior who is mortal. The immortal warrior.
They are glorious.
I now wish to make a movie. I am old. My body is broken. I look around and I think I will find no rest here. I must leave a legacy behind. I would like you to co-direct and produce the next Immortal Warrior.
Oh,
It will be small screen, direct to home release. It is not good movie, it is non-canon. Like Mulan 2.
I get it. You're willing to give me a tryout.
Or Lion King 3.
Honestly, I totally understand you giving yourself this plausible deniability, so to speak, on the success of this. But I am honored by the opportunity and thrilled to accept wholeheartedly. There is no chance I would not.
You are correct. This opportunity, it is not yours save by unhappy chance.
What do you mean?
I am old now. If I could do this myself, I would.
I got you.
Waking up at 5 a.m., dealing with actor like Jared Leto. Can't deal with it anymore.
The personality game, the shenanigans and antics. I get it.
And you go to sleep at 2 a.m. You get 2 hours of sleep. Wake up and have breakfast, and then you be back on the lot at 4.
Yeah.
Can't do it anymore. Here is script. I have written it myself. You may make revisions as much as you want to.
Oh, amazing.
Do not suffer needlessly in this industry. If you make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Thank you so much. This is just like I am blown away, and I will read through this, and I will, if I have any suggestions, do you mind if I reach out and will you be my mentor?
Yes. You may contact me twice.
Twice. I get 2?
Yes.
Yeah. That's perfect. Thank you so much.
Is very dense.
Yeah. No, and like you said, you're tired. I get it.
Right. You read Kalani's script. There's like a short story summary at the start. It's called The Immortal Warrior at the Battle of Warhaven. And it has almost nothing to do with the Immortal Warrior. It's about like a 6-year-old girl whose farmstead is under attack. And the family tried to leave, but the grandfather is in like a medical bed and they can't leave him behind. Right? So the family stays. And so the girl basically loves the Immortal Warrior series and is like recreating things that have happened throughout the 30-year run of the series in order to defeat an actual mech that's attacking her farmstead. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
man.
she
Like a
leads it to
combination of Home Alone and the
Yeah.
Immortal Warrior.
she leads it to like like an oil pit that it falls into, and then like it's got a busted leg joint from a critical hit, and it's trying to chase her. You know, it never actually shoots at her. It's you know, it's like horror movie style for those parts, right? It seems like it's really bad, and sometimes the machine gun fires, but it's never close, and it's obviously just meant to scare the kid. But from her point of view, you know, like everything's gone. But at the end of it, she actually does, like, she somehow manages to pull off disabling the mech. You know what I mean? Like, the mech is damaged a couple times, and it's like, all right, yeah, but it's still a mech, right? It could crush the whole farmhouse at any time. But then she gets like a lucky break when she knocks down a transformer, and like the transformer hits the mech, and then flash welds to the mech, and then the mech is just electrocuted until the transformer explodes, and then the mech falls over and stops working.
Oh my god, I love
and
it.
then the last scene is her in the underground storm shelter saluting her grandfather, and he slowly salutes her back and says, "Mission accomplished, Immortal Warrior," and then he dies. But he's surrounded by his family and the people that he loves. Mission accomplished.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's based on a real Battletech novel, so.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's oh my god, that makes it even better.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting, and Hillbilly will be accepting this challenge with trepidation and pride.
Perfect. Not with 10,000 men could you do folly.
So first thing, we got to cast this amazing little girl correctly. That is key to this movie.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to get, you know, you can't. There's no Macaulay Culkin call list. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Who are you gonna pick? I mean, how many child actresses do you know?
Right. I mean, the call has to go out at this point. Start spreading the word through the channels. And
all right, perfect. So while you're making those phone calls on your way back to your car, someone else appears out of a dark corner, and I've been waiting to do this for a while. And you hear a voice say, "Ah, Herr Schmidt, it has been a while since we have met."
The hairs on Hillbilly's neck start to...
And it is the man who mentored you until you were 18, Lieutenant Colonel Schmau. I understand you are almost within range to challenge me for my rank, Herr Schmidt. You truly think that you and your rebellious faction of Apex Dragons and your misguided political philosophy will be able to defeat a seasoned warrior like myself in the arena? You are laughable speaking about advancing to the grand challenge of Solaris. I am here to offer you an opportunity to simply surrender and not even attend the match. I would not want you to embarrass yourself like your mother and father did when they attempted to stand against me and my troops. Like them, you could simply roll over and surrender. It's at this point that Robbie and Bobby show up on their hoverboards, but like they're afraid of this guy too, so they're like in front of you, but they're also like behind you at the same time.
Hillbilly cracks his neck and like cracks his knuckles a little bit, steps through them, you know, and says, "I ain't a kid anymore, and you definitely don't scare me. I'm coming."
He pulls out a set of like really tiny glasses that only cover your pupils, like a yellow frame, you know?
Yeah.
Like glint, and says, "Yeah, I do scare you. I can see it deep in your soul. I implanted the fear there. That is why you will never defeat me. No matter what strange alliances you have made, in the end, you are just a little boy running away in the woods where we found you."
You know, I ain't killed anybody on Solaris yet, but if you're the first, I might just sleep like a baby.
You think that will finally make you a real man, William?
I don't need you to make me a man. Don't you worry.
they always say that it is up to the sons to rebel against their father. I certainly feel like I am a father to you. Do not worry, Herr Schmidt. I will do my best not to make your mother and father weep unendingly for your loss. Not yet, anyway. Just remember, you are a member of the House of Mark. Your rebellious attitude toward nobility will not be accepted for very much longer. The Marks are back on the rise, and the Free World League fully assembled into our hands once again.
Well, I guess we're gonna see.
We ever
How
keep them
things
in
play
mind.
out.
We ever keep you. Tightens
You're the
his
one who's
fist.
here threatening me.
You hear the leather of his fist tighten from across the parking lot as he walks away. Like he's swallowed by the darkness. Like one step out of the light, and it's not even like a shadow or like a blurry figure. He's just gone.
Hillbilly spits. Fuck
Bobby
that
is
guy.
like, it's not worth it. Robbie's like, no, we should go after him.
No, we're gonna humiliate that dude on the field in front of everybody. That's the best that I got right now.
All right, great. I got all of my talking points out of the way. Mortal Warrior, Schmau. Perfect. Let me ask, what does you and C-Bill attending your movie premiere look like?
So I assume that C-Bill is decked out in her, Saya fashion line, similar.
No.
Okay,
It's like a puffer jacket that says "by any means necessary."
Okay.
And I'm gonna call it like an Avril Lavigne skirt. I'm talking like skater boy era. It might not even be a skirt. It might just be like somebody's extended shirt or flannel jacket that she's tied with like gym shorts underneath, just in case anything happens.
Yeah, so I feel like Hillbilly would have reached out and tried to coordinate his outfit ahead of time. So he's in like sort of like the male like matching version of this.
You can still have a jacket that says "by any means necessary." Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Try to match that up for sure. And, then that just sort of plays into the storyline in the movie of the will they or won't they, and are they or are they not question in reality as well.
And, but will they? That's what I want to know right now. You have to tell me. You have to tell me.
I mean, yeah, I feel like at this point, C-Bill has worked with Hillbilly plenty and seems to like him enough that he has certainly tried to make an impression on her as far as all that goes. Okay. So
tabloids are going to be rioting tomorrow about this. There's going to be a paparazzi upside down hanging from a hover motorcycle taking pictures of you guys walking out together.
Yeah. The major question is did he get something thrown at him after the match?
Wow. Just what every shrimp wants, someone that will be incredibly violent with them.
We've all been there.
I wish we hadn't, but some of us have been there, yes. Yeah. It's a very serious, I know we're laughing, it's a very serious problem.
It is, yes. It's not a good thing. It's
underreported and generally considered to be a laughable issue.
Yes, absolutely.
We are playing it for laughs and comedy in this team, but it is a real and very serious issue when wives beat their husbands.
100%. You should not take that as standard.
I can't stop laughing about it, but I know in reality it's not funny, but I don't know. It's like when I tell people bad news and then I laugh and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing.
Yeah, exactly. It's the nervous aspect. You just can't help but smile at things that you shouldn't sometimes.
I'm the kind of guy to laugh at a funeral.
You
If you can't understand what I mean, you soon will. Listen, we're on the same page with that one, man.
That's right there. Oh my God!
I just made all the Canadian fans happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is good because I don't normally make them happy. Normally, I'm just like America, America, America. All right, that's it. I guess
it's still popular.
I know the #1 Canadian alt rock band of the '90s.
Exactly.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, I guess, and tomorrow more Solaris Nights and more shit all week. So enjoy that. Chef's kiss. Have a good time zone.